for this one, I think I mean what our data shows here is I guess we haven't got any really competitive niches kind of in here. So the niches that we've kind of got listed, I think you can show in your box, are kind of all kind of quite standard.
So it's food, travel, pets, fashion and beauty, lifestyle, tech, gardening, health and fitness. We've got other, which is like catch-all, spiritual, sports, crafting, hobbies, and music, essentially.
Yeah. But what you find if you scroll back up, Adam, is that what we found is that actually the difference between the niches isn't too different. If you take a look at that one to get to get to 1,000,
yeah. So in terms of like the average traffic is slightly more. So to get to let's look at this one. To get to 1,000 visitors, you literally need roughly almost the exact same pieces of content and a very similar DR rating. If we look at foods, I mean, food's a bit more competitive. You need 60 pieces of content more and a higher domain authority. And if we look at, I don't know which other ones in you have pets. If we look at $1,000, 389. A lower DR for pets, which is interesting. So these are the kinds of insights that you might be able to pull out. Like, okay, well, if link building is not your strong point, or if you want to concentrate more on content, there might be niches out there which require a lower DR, but a higher investment in content, or the other way around, for example.
Yeah. Wow, this data is amazing. This is it's very cool for sure. So Income School says 5,000 traffic per post. But it doesn't seem like that's the norm. No, certainly not.
When I saw that, I was thinking that's crazy. Like,
I mean, that said, Ahrefs under reports, right? So, we talk about under reporting 2 or 3 times. It's getting better than it has, but it used to be for sure. But I guess it's under reporting. But 500 seems too high. On this, I mean, this is why Adam's sort of mentioned it a few across the course of the stream, but it's pessimistic really in so many different ways. It's pessimistic in terms of Ahrefs under reporting. It's pessimistic in terms of the fact that this is just ad revenue. You can pile on any other types of revenue streams on top of that to increase the earnings. This is just the base level of what you could earn essentially through ads.
And I've got no doubt that those sites, especially in the higher brackets, the 200,000 plus, are probably not just using display ads. Like once you get to that kind of level, you can sell digital products and courses. It doesn't make sense. So I just put this, while you've got that on, I just put this question on from Phil. Can we look at spiritual? I put spiritual on there now, Phil, but just to there's some anomalies in here. You can see that, 88,000 visits requires 504, and then you go up to the next round, 364, and that's because there's only 95 sites in the database under spiritual. So until we filled out all the niches, take this with a little bit of pinch of salt. Essentially, some of the big ones like food and travel and pets, where they got more sites, this is more accurate. But on the ones which don't have a ton of sites labeled, you're going to see those inconsistencies in terms of, because it's based on averages. So just wanted to point that out and make it clear. If you're looking at spiritual and thinking, hold on, that doesn't look quite right.
We're going to share this, over time. So and keep adding to it. So it should get better and better.
Does that mean that bigger sites are going to 500 to 1 million target mainly harder keywords that have a lot of traffic? Yeah, potentially. I mean, we haven't looked at that, but it makes sense if you've got a site which is in the DR50, high 50s, 60s, you would be able to rank for much harder keywords. And if you are a DR29, for example, it just makes sense. And whether that's on purpose, i.e. they've specifically gone out and targeted those high level keywords, or it's just a byproduct that they rank for them naturally because the site's a lot more authoritative. You'd like to think that at that kind of level, they're actually specifically going out and targeting those head keywords, but they might not. It could just be a byproduct.